Hey there guys, just a quick reminder, all the videos on this channel are not made for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright guys, today we'll be looking at a figure from Figuarts based on One Piece. As you can see, this one will be of Bonney. And as you can see, she actually comes with a bonus accessory for Luffy. I do not have this figure because I only buy the female figures when it comes to One Piece and Naruto. See, here is the piece for Luffy, and you also get this pizza which you can use with her and Luffy at the same time. Now, so far it looks pretty good. Everything is nicely painted. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if you'll be able to see this really well, but they've put like a bunch of like logo stuff right here in the back. It says Deep China or something. So that's definitely rather annoying to have there. I get why they didn't put it under the foot. As you can see, they have all this detail right here, but still, I don't know, they should have put it somewhere else, like maybe down here. That would have been better. Now, when it comes to articulation, this figure cannot do the splits. Unfortunately, this thing is definitely getting in the way. However, if you remove it, I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. Now, this is about as far forward and backwards as the legs can go. And this is about as much as the legs can bend. And she does have boot rotation. That's pretty good. And she actually does have articulation for the foot. And this thing actually does rotate a little bit. Now, when it comes to arm articulation, this is about as much as the arm can bend. She also has arm rotation. Now, as you notice, she does have this little hood piece around her neck that will make it a little bit harder to get her arms all the way up. So unfortunately, they do get in the way. That's about as much as you can narrow it. Now, when it comes to bending the figure forward, this piece right here pretty much gets in the way completely. Look what happens when I try to do it. Unfortunately, because of this little piece, there's no way to get her to bend forwards. Not to mention, actually, I don't know, let me see if I can bend it backwards. Okay, so bending backwards actually does work, so that's pretty good. Unfortunately, getting her to bend forward, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Now, when it comes to the head, make sure that you grab it by the forehead before trying to get her to look down, because this thing has a tendency to pop off, which unfortunately will bring the face with it. And unfortunately, she cannot move her head upwards because of the hoodie piece. Unfortunately, it does get in the way and makes it impossible to look up. But at the very least, she can look down, so that's pretty good. Her hair does have some articulation. It's divided into 3 pieces. Now, when it comes to swapping the faces, you gotta be very careful. You see, she has this little thing on her ear. So, hold on, let me zoom in. Alright, she does have this little thing around her ear. So, when you're removing the faces, you gotta keep that in mind, as you will need to slide it inside of it first in order to get the face to go in. And you have to do the same thing on the other side with the hair. And then there, boom. You want both ears to go inside of you want this one to go inside of the hair and this one to go inside of the headphone. Alright, now when it comes to her faceplates, this is her default expression. And this one is more of a crying expression. And this one's more of an angry, teeth grinding expression. And by default, she comes with a pair of fists. She also comes with this pair of high five hands. And she also comes with these more karate chopping style hands. And lastly, here she is with her pizza eating face and her pizza eating hands. And here is her pizza accessory, and just a reminder that she also comes with accessories for Luffy, so you can use this with him as well. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this figure. She came out pretty beautiful, and when it comes to the paintwork, everything came out pretty clean except for one area, the shoulder pads. Underneath, you can definitely see some messiness with the yellow paint. However, you can only see that when you're looking at the figure underneath, so it's not a big deal. When it comes to her articulation, it's actually pretty good. However, that skirt piece definitely hinders the articulation. If you remove it, you can get her to move her legs all the way upwards, but if you remove that, then she has no stomach, so that's a big problem. And when it comes to her accessories, she only comes with 4 pairs of hands and 4 faceplates in that pizza piece. She does come with 2 more accessories, but those are for Luffy, so those don't count. Which is a bit disappointing because they definitely give Yamato, the previous female release, way more stuff. And for anybody wondering, here's how she scales next to Yamato. Now, one thing that does confuse me about this line when it comes to One Piece and figure arts is why haven't we gotten any of the female characters after the time skip? We did get a Nami figure, but that's like before the time skip, and I think most people want after, myself included, as I really want to add Nami and Nico Robin to this collection. But it's kind of weird that we're getting all the side characters and not the main ones. We already got Yamato, we already got Bonney, and we're soon gonna get Boa Hancock. So like, I really wish they would hurry up and just give us those characters, because those are the ones that I want the most in this collection. Alright guys, and now it's time for the size comparison. Here she is next to the Snail Shell Zombie Grizza and Marvel Legends Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. And here she is next to the Jedi Toy Street Fighter Cammy and Gao. And here she is next to my Mofex Marvel Gwenpool and DC Batman Night Crusader. And lastly, here she is next to my official Figuarts Android 21 and my third party Zeno Goku. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you can, please like and subscribe, and I'll be uploading more soon, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.